Hey Talking fam, and welcome to the Talking Sports video. And today we are here taking a look at the NFL Week 2 injury report. And this one will be a banger. We have a lot of injuries this week, so let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, to start off, we have the quarterbacks who are injured this week. And Dak Prescott is number one. He is the top quarterback that is injured, and he will not play because of his broken thumb after the injury versus the Buccaneers. And he went under surgery on Monday, and there is optimism he might return in a 3 to 4 week period, but there's a chance that he'll be out for 6 to 8 weeks. Cooper Rush will play in the next few weeks, though, and they are playing a very good Giants squad next week on Monday Night Football, so they're gonna have to show out if they want to beat the Giants squad. All right, the other quarterback that is injured is Zach Wilson, and he is remaining out for Week 2 matchup against the Browns, but he was able to practice this week, and he's still projected to miss at least one more game before potentially returning in Week 4. Joe Flacco, he threw for 309 passing yards in Week 1 out of 59 pass attempts, and they still lost 24-9, but at least he showed up a little bit. Alright, and then our last quarterback on the list is going to be Jameis Winston, and he is questionable for this week's NFC battle against the Buccaneers. He did practice in limited fashion this week, and he did lead New Orleans to a comeback win, so he's expected to start without restrictions. Yeah. Alright, next up, the running backs. J.K. Dobbins is number one. He is questionable for Sunday's game. I think he was ruled out this morning. So he did manage to play 3 full practices this last week, but he will be out for Week 2. So he might be able to return for Week 3. We don't know yet. Then we have DeAndre Swift. He is questionable for Sunday. He only managed a limited Friday practice this week. Morning reports indicate that he is expected to play. The Lions may be selective, though. He did gain 144 rushing yards in Week 1. He did roll his ankle, so that's probably why he is questionable. So, yeah, he did manage to play a while after that. So, then we have Alvin Kamara. He is questionable after missing both Thursday and Friday's practices due to a rib injury. He was able to at least practice in limited fashion Wednesday before logging consecutive absences. Mark Ingram is in line to serve as the facto running back against the Buccaneers defense. Then we have Leonard Fournette. He is questionable with a hamstring injury, and he is expected to play on today. So, we have Dontrell Hilliard, the Titans running back. He will not play against the Bills on Monday after sitting out practice all week. Alright, then we have Mark Ingram, who is the other Saints running back. He is questionable for Sunday's rival against the Buccaneers after practicing in limited fashion all week. He is expected to play as he only logged 4 carries in Week 1. So, yeah. We have Ty Montgomery, who is on the injury reserve Thursday, rolling out for the next 4 games due to his knee injury. We have Pierre Strong Jr. He is questionable for Sunday's game. Kenneth Walker is going to be... I think he's going to be playing this week, so... yeah. Damian Williams is placed on the injury reserve, so he'll be out for 4 weeks. Dwayne Washington is questionable for Sunday. He is, yeah. And then, of course, Brandon Bolden is doubtful for Sunday's game against the Cardinals for the Raiders after missing practice all week. All right, now we have the wide receivers. Chris Godwin has been ruled out due to his hamstring injury. His absence could loom particularly large in a matchup versus New Orleans. Then we have Mike Evans. He is questionable against the Saints after finishing all week. He is expected to play. If he's indeed active, he'll presumably be in for a potentially bigger role than usual, and has been ruled out and already been ruled out with both Julio Jones and Russell Gage. Also, listed as questionable. Then we have T. Higgins, who is questionable for Sunday's game against the Cowboys, but finished the week with a full practice. Then we have Gabriel Davis, who, with a late addition to this injury report after practicing in limited fashion on Saturday, he will be listed as questionable into Monday night's clash. Michael Pittman is been ruled out for Sunday's game against the Jaguars after finishing the week with consecutive missed practices. And of course, we have DeAndre Hopkins, second game of his 6-game suspension. Russell Gage is questionable. Julio Jones is questionable. Michael Gallup is remaining out against the Bengals. Adam Lazard is questionable. KJ Hamler is ruled out. Rondell Moore will not play. And then we have Kadarius Toney, who is questionable for Sunday's game after finishing the week with 2 limited practices. Van Jefferson is ruled out against the Falcons. Cedric Wilson is questionable. Rashad Perriman is questionable for the Buccaneers. Kyle Phillips is questionable. Rondale Robinson would not play in Sunday's game for the Giants. Braxton Berrios is questionable. And, yeah, so a lot of questionable players. Let's take a look at the tight ends. We have George Kittle, who is questionable for Sunday's Week 2 clash against the Seahawks. Brevin Jordan is questionable, and C.J. Uzomah is doubtful for Sunday's game after suffering his injury in Thursday's practice. The key defensive players, cornerbacks, we have Paulson Adebo will not play. The Ravens' Marlon Humphrey is questionable. He is expected to play, though. Kenny Moore is questionable. Trayvon Mullen is questionable, and Marcus Peters is questionable. The safeties, we have Jamal Adams, who is out for the rest of the season. Cameron Curl is questionable for Sunday's game against the Lions. Jaron Hurst is going to be questionable. Trevon Moehrig will not play in Sunday's game against the Cardinals. Adrian Phillips is questionable with ribs. And Jordan Whitehead is questionable as well. Defensive linemen, we have Azeez Ojulari is doubtful for Sunday's game. J.J. Watt is questionable. He is expected to play. DeForest Buckner is questionable for Sunday's game. Christian Wilkins is questionable. And Ed Oliver will not play on the Titans on Monday. Now we have the linebackers. And Shaquille Leonard will not play in Sunday's game against the Jags. And T.J. Watt will be missing the next 4 games at minimum as well. Josie Jewell is questionable for Sunday's game. Denzel Perriman is out as well. And Kayvon Thibodeau is doubtful for the game against the Panthers today. So, yeah, that is going to be the injury report for today's games. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. And see you guys in the next one. Peace